So today our topic is going to be how my practice drives around 350 referrals a month to our intake department. So this came up in a Facebook group. Somebody asked, hey, I'm on Psychology Today and this and that and that and this, and how do you get referrals? And everybody else, for the most part, had said very similar things, Psychology Today and word of mouth and Facebook groups. And I went on and shared that we use all of those things. So I'll be clear about that. But our main strategy is Google. And we really started tracking this year where people were finding us. And we were finding that people were also finding us on Google. So what we were doing was matching where people were finding us. And we drive about 90 referrals a week to our practice. So we're getting 90 calls a week. We have 2 people on the phones answering those and booking appointments. And we don't book 350 clients. We book about 200 or so. A lot of the times we are not able to book as many as we want because we have wait lists. So that is one contributing factor. Or we get a lot of calls for Medicaid or things that we just don't take, and we weed those calls out pretty quickly. So how do we drive that many calls to our phones and to our website? So there are 3 primary things that we do. 1, we have a Google My Business listing that is fully optimized. There are reviews, there are pictures, there's information, there's our services, and we update that regularly, including holidays, hours, and anything that we have to share. 2, we have a professionally done website by Brighter Vision, and they did the initial back end of our search engine optimization around 2 primary things: location and keywords. So we are in 5 locations. And so we make sure that we are using those 5 locations throughout our website, on the homepage and on every service page, and everywhere on our website. Our location, the city, is everywhere. We use the county too. So just so you know about primarily the city. And then we picked keywords: cognitive behavioral therapy, anxiety treatment, marriage counseling, couples counseling, psychological testing, play therapy, keywords. And we have service pages for each of those that are fully optimized on the front end and on the back end. So if I've already lost you, you want to think about hiring a company to do your website that will do SEO for you, and or also hiring a company that can do your SEO if you already have a website. The thing about a beautiful website is it's not normally optimized. It could look really beautiful. I've talked to a lot of therapists about this. I'm like, wow, your website is beautiful. I can tell you don't have any search engine optimization. I can go to a website right away and tell just initially if their website's optimized and if they're going to rank on Google. The purpose of search engine optimization is to rank on Google. So when people search anxiety therapist in Davie, we are the first page that pops up. We are the first Google map listing that pops up. We are the first ad that we bought. I haven't talked about our Google ads. There are 3 ways people can find us if they are searching for that keyword, anxiety therapist in Davie. And it is complicated. So hiring a professional, if you don't know anything about SEO, is really important because they can give you tactics that you can do, and then they will do some of the back end. One of the tactics that we did was we blog regularly around those keywords, and we link them to our service page. And in that blog, in that blog post, we make sure to add our location, add about the therapist, add a call to action. So it's very robust. There's a lot of things that we do, and we've done this over many years. So if you're just getting started, don't get discouraged. You have to start where everybody starts at the beginning. And the longer your website is up, the more content you have, and the more robust your search engine optimization, the higher you'll begin to rank. So my website, we have been up it'll be 8 years this year. I have to talk about our new year, right? So we are able to rank very easily where we are at because we've been there a long time. Those keywords have been there a long time. Those locations have been there a long time. And there's lots of robust materials. We have like 200 blog posts, which is really important. So I'm going to tell you about our third tactic, which is Google AdWords. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. They help us run our 350 referrals a month because they make it so easy to input new clients, to send paperwork through their portal, to have the free telehealth option to do telehealth through there. We can run reports easily. That's how we're able to see how many intakes we had in a month and how many sessions we had and how many terminations and missed session appointments. I love their reporting functions. It's my favorite thing about the platform. So if you're looking for a new platform in 2023, please be sure to check out TherapyNotes. So going back to Google AdWords, we do purchase Google AdWords. We use a company called Counseling Wise for that. They are wonderful. They are great. And we spend about $500 a month on our Google AdWords. And we really work on making sure that we are hitting areas that maybe aren't as just like people search like anxiety treatment. That's a pretty popular one. We really have AdWords for our intensives, for couples counseling, for our psychological assessments. Most people, again, find us through Google. So we want to make it as easy as possible. And $500 a month for our budget really makes sense. For some people, it might be closer to $200 or $300 a month. So if you're really looking to build your practice, the fastest way you can start driving referrals is our Google AdWords. But you have to make sure you have somebody answering your phones. You don't want to drive a bunch of calls and then you have to call people back because they're just going to move on to the next person. So if you don't already have somebody answering your phones, you want to think about that if you really want to drive high quality referrals. And Google does drive a lot of high quality referrals. Yes, we get called for Medicaid and pro bono and, all of these kinds of things, but really the quality that we get from Google is so fantastic. And it's really worth our time. So those are the 3 things that we do on a regular basis to stay competitive in our market. Good luck in 2023 building your practice. I'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.